It's a new day. It's cooler. I can breathe today. So let's start on a new painting, 2263. If we could see it. Same shops as yesterday, but from a different angle. Or, if I end up spelling it wrong, same shops as yesterday, but from a different angel. Because who knows what my brain will read. This is very much one of those, you live on a pedestrian crossing. It's, yeah, zebra crossing right here, which actually has a full, kind of, there we go. So this is the Windmill Laundry, same as we did yesterday, and then we're moving on to the other set of shops, which are really weird mishmash of, doesn't really make much sense, but yeah. Not used the Windmill Laundry in a few years, but we used it when we used to have to get duvets washed because our machine wasn't big enough. Because I'm 6'6", we always have to have at least a king size king size duvets on our bed. Shut up! Shut up! Let's mute the computer. I always have to have, yeah. Because I'm tall. I'm the tallest person in my family by a long shot. My kids both wonder if they're going to be as tall as me because my dad and my older brother are both of average height, but I am, as a teacher once said, a big kettle of fish. I'm 6'6" to 7-ish sort of size. I don't know exactly. I'm tall, and I'm tall enough that I'm taller than a standard UK household doorway. I have to duck to get through, or I'll bump my head. Which can make things difficult at times, but you know, you get used to it. You know, when people say, "What's it like being so tall?" Well, it's normal to me. I've been this height since I was 16, so I was 14. I hit 6'4". When I left primary school, I was about 5'4", and in 2 years I shot up to 6'2", and then kind of slowly climbed after that. There's a window here. The heat wave is over. I am very, very grateful that it is. It means I can get some work done. My 2 cats that keep me company throughout the day are also glad that the temperature is cold. He doesn't know what to think of it. There's still only 2. This is, you know, summer's always a weird experience for them, especially living here in the UK on the west coast, because it's generally always windy and cold the rest of the year. So it not being windy is always new to them. Our house isn't especially windproof either, but you know, where we are, we live very close to the actual sea. You can't see the sea from the house. You probably could if you stood up on the roof, but I wouldn't recommend that. It's like down the street from us. There's a row of houses, and then kind of, well, there's 2 rows of houses with no road in the middle. It's just one block. That's what I think between us and the sea in this direction, and in the other direction some more houses, a supermarket. They're saying that in every direction. If you walk from any compass point from my house, you'll either reach the sea or the estuary. Because we're on a peninsula that's kind of at the end of the peninsula. So the Fyle Peninsula kind of looks like this, with Blackpool here, Fleetwood here, Cleveleys here, St Anne's, and then Lytham here, and then you've got Southport here on the other side of that estuary. This is the Wye, this is the Ribble, and we live here, well, probably closer to here, so whichever way you walk, you got to walk a long way to hit it that way, obviously. But yeah, you will eventually get to the sea. And for anyone that doesn't know, Fleetwood used to be a big fishing port until the cod wars, and then it scaled back. And when I was a kid, I knew a lot of my friends were had a set of friends whose fathers all worked out to sea, and the mums tended to have jobs as well, because it was the 80s, but they tended to have jobs in the house. So one of my friends, the upstairs of his house, they had a hair salon full of all the old dears. And I remember them sitting around and smoking while they were having the hair done, which, you know, hairsprays and all sorts, perm materials, having a fag, while smoking a cigarette. Yeah, it was a different world, really. Kind of 1980s. Here in the UK, it's pretty much illegal to smoke anywhere inside. I do remember it changing over. My first job out of education, I worked for the civil service for a couple of months before I went off to uni, and there was a smoking room inside, and the smokers, every so often, oh, I'm just popping for a break, and they'd go have a cigarette in a room that had ventilation and sucked all the air out whenever they opened the door. Now in that office building, they've got to leave the site. It's a good 5-minute walk to go for a cigarette. I don't personally know anyone who didn't stay in contact with anyone, so I don't know if they still take cigarette breaks, but it'll take an astronomical amount of time compared to what it used to. smoking isn't one of my vices anyway, so. To be honest, when it comes to vices, my main one has always been daydreaming. I love to daydream. Oh, I don't love to, it just kind of happens. One of my kids finds it utterly annoying and disgusting that I would even dream of daydreaming in his presence. I can't help it. Although you'd probably say it was dissociation now. Times change. Right. So, still going to make sure we're in. I'm going to try this much smaller number 8 brush. It's a Pro Art Proline brush made in England. Like I say, it's size 8, whereas this is also size 8, and my favourite brush is also a size 8. But as you can see from the brushes, they're very... They are very different sizes. They're the same length, but they don't seem to be the same kind of volume of bristles. Right, I put my... So I have a few projects on the go at the moment. One of them's just marketing. YouTube is part of that, which is why I'm filming my daily painting practice and sketching. It pushes me to, and it kind of condenses a lot of what I was doing, because at one point I was doing sketchbook work and I was doing a painting on top of that. And I struggled to condense the two, and it's only taken me 6 years of working daily to kind of focus a bit more on combining my skills into one practice that takes the less time. So this isn't holding as much water as yesterday's brush, but the pigment seems to be emptying around the same sort of time, so, but it does just seem to instantly dry up from nowhere. We're a brush, nope. It's kind of how it feels. Which means, need a bit more. There we go. So I've just got to make sure I've got enough liquid on my palette to be starting with. It's like I say, it just seems to dry up more or less instantly mid-stroke. Sorry. So, no, it is not. There is more red wall there. Making sure to miss that. which is the orb with a zebra crossing. Let's get the road. Yeah, it just suddenly, it feels like it's flowing, and then it just stops. It's almost comedic. I didn't think something like that was possible to. You see, what I want to try is I want to get some Skoda brushes, because they're quite nice, and but the only one I really have is this one. I need to get some more, but they're a bit more expensive, and I was just treating myself, I guess. No, I needed to get a few more colours, and free deliveries at £40 on art discount, which is where I got the brushes from, and the paints, which is my local art store, which used to be able to go in and pick what you wanted, but with COVID they changed that, so you can pre-order it and go pick it up, but I don't drive, so it feels a bit boring to go all the way out there to Blackpool when you don't drive. If you're just picking stuff up, I like the impulse purchase. I like being able to choose something. What's not accounting for is the trees on this side of the wall. And yeah, you can't. Yeah, so I ordered it, and it always feels a bit ridiculous when you order it from Art Discount, because it starts off in Blackpool, and as we've discussed, you know, Fleetwood's here, Blackpool's here, Preston's over here. It goes from Blackpool to Preston with FedEx, and then it comes back to Fleetwood again. And yeah, like I said, when you're trying to be green in your practice, but you don't drive, so I have to get public transport up there, which is fine. But I can't currently walk that far, so you know, it has to be delivered. Easiest way to put it. At least it's only coming from Blackpool via Preston. It could be worse. Could order it in a completely different country. And then it comes from there. So yeah, projects. I've got this as part of my marketing. I'm also trying to post a bit more on social media. But it has ebbs and flows. I'm not one for posting every day for the sake of posting every day. Regardless. So I don't post every day, but I'm trying to post more often. That's why. So I'm doing that. I'm working on an illustrated book. I've been doing some direct marketing, which I find hard because it means putting yourself out there all the time. I have, let's increase that, it just makes a bit more sense too. I have started the planning process for a new book which will be sketchbook drawings, and that is Views of Blackpool. That is Views of Blackpool, which will probably do most of the drawings after the summer. It is what it is. I've got kids, so it happens when it happens. I've got some outreach stuff planned. I'm booked in for end of the year, well, October. It's summer holidays in a few more days with the children. In fact, by the time this post goes out, it will be summer holidays for the children. So, yeah, that slows us down. I've got a list of posters that I want to design and things, and various different things, and it's getting the focus. Green, we need green. It's getting the focus and just sitting down and doing it. There we go. So yeah, I've got a few things on the go. Oh, tree. Yeah. This one. But yeah, I'm not sure what I think of that brush. I'll have to have some more practice with it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, blah blah blah. Thanks, bye.